US President Donald Trump has rekindled his trade war with the European Union. He has threatened over 50% tariffs. Trump first raised the issue of EU tariffs in an early morning post on his Truth Social network. He doubled down later in the day, telling reporters in the Oval Office that there was nothing the 27-nation bloc could do to change his mind. While adding to this, Trump also denied that his tariffs would hurt American businesses. Let's in fact listen in.
I'm not looking for a deal. I mean, we've set the deal, it's at 50%. But again, there is no tariff if they build their plant here. Now, if somebody comes in and wants to build a plant here, I can talk to them about a little bit of a delay. But, while they're building their plant, which is something I think that would be appropriate, maybe, we'll determine that.
Trump imposed sweeping tariffs on most of the world on what he called Liberation Day on April 2nd, with a baseline 10% plus steeper duties, including a 20% levy on the EU. Markets were thrown into turmoil but calmed after he paused the bigger tariffs for 90 days. Trump has since claimed some early successes in deals struck with Britain and with China, the world's second biggest economy, but talks with the EU have failed to make much progress, with Brussels recently threatening to hit US goods worth nearly 100 billion euros with tariffs if it does not lower the duties on European goods. Wall Street's main indexes were all down around 1% 2 hours into trading, with the tech-heavy Nasdaq at one stage losing 1.5% before rallying, while Apple shares sank 2.5%. The EU's trade chief said the bloc would work for a trade deal with Washington based on respect, not threats. Fresh details have come in about Operation Sindoor, India's military response after the Pahalgam terror attack. Reports say the Indian Air Force launched precision airstrikes on the night of May 10th. These strikes targeted key Pakistani military installations. Following the attacks, Pakistan urgently reached out to the US for help in brokering a ceasefire. The IAF struck 4 major Pakistani air bases. An airborne early warning system was destroyed. Several air defense systems were also taken out. Rafale jets launched Scalp missiles. Su-30 MKI jets fired BrahMos missiles. The main target was the Northern Air Command's control center at the Noor Khan base in Chaklala. Strikes were also carried out at Jagobabad and Bolari. India used its S-400 air defense system stationed in Adampur. It shot down a Pakistani Saab 2000 AWACS aircraft flying deep inside Pakistani territory, about 315 kilometers in. Sources say India has proof of downing several Pakistani aircrafts, including a C-130J transport plane, a JF-17 and 2 F-16 fighter jets, both in the air and on the ground. The IAF also targeted Chinese-made defense systems. The HQ-9 was hit in Karachi. In Lahore, a Happy drone destroyed the LY-80 system. Meanwhile, the Indian Navy was on high alert. Naval ships had moved to a position 260 miles off of Pakistan's Makran coast. They were ready to strike the Karachi naval port on the morning of May 10th, despite threats from Pakistan's DGMO warning of retaliation if BrahMos missiles were used. Indian leadership stood firm. By afternoon, Pakistan requested a no-attack pact. Intercepted communications later revealed that Pakistan had launched a military operation named Bunyan al-Marsus. It was meant to target Indian air bases within 48 hours, but the plan was dropped within hours after India's strong response. Pakistan then sought a ceasefire.